Good morning, listeners, and good morning, wrestling. Today is August 2nd, 2017, and you found yourselves on the newest recording of Good Morning Wrestling. Hello, Charles.
How you doing?
It's me, the Slew, and I'm back with good news, good gifts. You and me, we're about to tell these people exactly what they wanted to hear.
What is up with you today? You didn't let me say Charles X.
Oh, well, I don't know.
What's
I kind
going on
of did it
there?
a different way. I thought you would have said... Did you... Well,
You said hello, Charles.
I
can't say
introduced you.
Charles
I
X.
introduced you. You're right, I can't say Charles. You're here with the Slew, and...
Charles X.
And we're here to talk wrestling.
Yeah. I had a good night for wrestling last night.
Hell yeah, we did. It was spectacular. Every match that we found ourselves just watching was, you know.
Did you say the date?
Yeah, I said the date, August.
That's it, past me.
It'd be the August 2nd, 17. How you feeling? Better? We all know you haven't been feeling too well the last couple of days.
I'm feeling pretty good today, actually.
Getting back
Still not
on
100%,
it.
but I'm feeling better.
Who
So
is?
That's good. That's a good point.
Who is 100%, you know?
That's a good one. I see what you're getting at there.
When's the last time you seen freaking John Cena 100%? Most of the times he's there because half of his fucking life is spent sitting in a trailer getting fed cucumbers by 7 good-looking men fucking for hours.
Alright.
No, I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that they're fucking for hours. I'm just saying 4 hours. But anyway, yeah, last night was SmackDown. And that was pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Started off hot. Started off with that SmackDown Live fire, you know? Yeah, Kevin Owens.
Now, see, it sounded like you were talking about Becky Lynch.
Yeah, you did that. You did that like yesterday, didn't you? Well, you know what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We said glow fire glow.
No, I said that earlier this morning.
That was this morning.
I said their team name would be like Glow the Fire. The Fire Glows.
There you go. That's what it was. Yeah. That's similar to what I did, kind of. I think we both used the word fire. I didn't do it on purpose.
I was talking about Becky Lynch, though. You're talking about
SmackDown.
You're talking about the U.S. title match.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was on fire.
Yeah,
It really was good though.
it was a really good match.
I enjoyed it. Hell, you said it was the best one out of the 3 starting off. Did you think that at the end?
Don't put words in my mouth.
I didn't.
I said that at the end.
Oh, I thought you said that early on.
You're just not paying attention.
I was paying attention. You said that at least before they hit the ref.
Okay. Why would I have said that it was the best out of the 3 at the beginning of the match?
Not the
That doesn't
beginning.
make sense.
It was like halfway through. Either way, it doesn't matter. How did you feel about the match according to the others?
It was really good. I mean, it's going to keep going. So, we'll see it again, and maybe the next one will be better. It seems like they keep getting better at it, so that's good. Next time they fight, Shane McMahon will be the special referee. I see what they're doing with the story now. The whole referees keep costing them each other, I guess. Not in the triple threat, but still. That's twice they've had weenie refs in there.
Yeah.
I didn't like the spot where they went down with the ref.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was too good. I think Kyoto was too far to the side. What do you think?
I didn't think it was necessarily all that great of a spot. I don't know. Not
It
necessary.
didn't look real.
Even the finish didn't necessarily work. It did. It worked perfectly fine, but it just, I don't know, weird stuff.
I just don't see why. If he can't see, why is he even counting it? I don't know. It was weird. But, obviously, that's set up for the SummerSlam. Well, that'll be the end of that. Styles will win at SummerSlam, and
Had the air conditioner on.
That'll-
I'm sorry, y'all.
I don't even think they can hear it.
They could.
Well, it could have really well. Is it picking it up?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. But I think the SummerSlam match will just set up for a Hell in a Cell match for Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon.
Could happen, most definitely. I mean, we've already seen him fight Styles, so it's not setting up for Shane versus Styles. At the same time,
Yeah.
it could just not be setting up for anything, but It's wrestling. So usually everything's setting up for something else. And yeah, I mean, I could see Shane fighting Kevin. Granted, I'm not a Shane mark, and I don't necessarily think that I care to see him wrestle. Out of all the people that are in charge, I know that they can't. I know Daniel Bryan can't. But you made the great point of how Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan could beat most of them in your mind. That's a crazy thought. But Shane, to me, just isn't... I don't know. I like Shane. I'm just a firm believer in... He's not that young, and he's the boss. And I don't know. Vince put himself in matches, and I think Vince was the best heel of all time. So it's hard to say. But he's not a heel. And I don't know. I'm fine with it. I really am. He's a great wrestler. It's fine with me.
I mean, he's a big name.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't give him his own match on this card, because I do think that it is stuffing up a bit. Which isn't bad, necessarily.
I mean, I don't know. We don't even know half of what we're getting.
I know.
To be honest, that's what we're saying.
It just seems like it's going to be so big.
People assume stuff. But we did get some answers on stuff.
Yeah, we got some answers.
So.
We've been getting answers on both these last two nights.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
On Raw and SmackDown, if we got no answers, that'd be pretty weird. But Styles won, retained his belt. Owens was pissed off afterwards. They had a promo in the back. And Shane's ultimately the ref.
Yeah.
That's that.
Owens was flinging shit.
It's pretty crazy that he shoved the ref again and then just got awarded a title match in the back. But, that's wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't pinned, so I do see the argument. And supposedly the punch was accidental, which I guess why wouldn't it be? He had no reason to take out the ref. He didn't go for anything illegal.
No, I'm saying he hit the ref in the back in the promo, he shoved him, and then they were like, "Well, you'll get your title match." I'm not talking about it in the ring.
I'm not even talking about what you're talking about.
What could you possibly be talking about then? Are you talking about the spot in the ring when the ref got punched, or in the back
ring,
when the ref got shoved?
In the ring.
I'm talking about in the back, in the promo, when he shoved the ref and then immediately was awarded a title match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Most definitely.
Long enough, but we'll move on from that. Now that you finally understand, you're giving me the weirdest look. What the hell?
Because you're dissing the hell out of me. I'm tired of it. What the hell? I know what you're talking about, damn it.
No, you didn't. You literally said you thought I was talking about in the ring. I understand.
I didn't say that. I said I'm talking about something else.
Okay, well, I get you.
Yeah, cracked out. But yes, that he pushed him in the back, and it was weird because he just kept beating up the ref in front of him, and they didn't really care. Well, I mean, yeah, they cared. They were mad. They were yelling at him. Daniel Bryan was yelling.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We've talked about that for a long time. Good match, but we're going to get it again. Was next the Uso thing?
Yeah.
It was immediately next? Wow. The Usos tricked the crowd into thinking they were the New Day, doing the little shtick where they come out, and then it wasn't New Day. Surprise, surprise.
Was not the New Day. They sounded a lot like the New Day, and it tricked the crowd. They didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, it seemed like it was 3/4 of the way through it until they were like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because then he changed his voice
tag champs.
He just had it. He just sounded just like him. And then they came out and they were rapping. And they had the new song.
Oh, yeah, they did.
New song in which they're rapping as well. So they're becoming music stars. Essentially.
He's adding things to people's songs this week.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Just this week. But, and giving people new songs and shit. But why not revamp everything all throughout time? But it's weird to do it all in 1 week, you're right. But the Usos promo was alright. It was weird that the New Day didn't come out.
Yeah.
They weren't even there.
Just selling the injury from last week. That's, if I was to guess.
It's very odd, though. It really was a very odd thing that they just came out and then they just walked back to the back, and no one did anything. Nothing happened. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was just
didn't even make it down the ramp.
It was like they thought, okay, while they're walking back, we can do this Breezango thing. So it was a weird spot. Because at least New Day, it's like they were mocking New Day walking to the ring like that. But New Day, at least when they walk to the ring like that, they're walking to the ring to do something. They don't just walk right back.
Yeah.
So that was odd. But, that's that. They rhymed with each other. they timed with each other.
Yeah, I don't really. I like the Usos. They're getting better and better, but I thought that was a bit bland. Most definitely, I would have liked to see the New Day come out and talk shit with them. Tango.
It's like it started off hot, and then it simmered down because it was. I guess people just thought they'd get more out of that. That was random.
Yeah, it's weird that they took the titles so fast.
Yeah, I didn't even when they came out. I was like, "Where are their titles?" And then halfway through the segment, I remember, "Oh shit, they're not the champs."
Not the champs anymore. They'll make it back there eventually. They've been mainstays holding the gold for a long time, and they're doing nothing but getting better. But for now,
whether it's a month or 2 years, they'll get them back.
Yep. For now, they ain't got nothing, and they didn't have anybody to talk to, so they just went on back to the back, and then we got our Breezango promo.
New Day wasn't on the show, and you know who else wasn't on the show? Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho wasn't there.
We have nothing to talk about that, obviously, but the Breezango dream.
It was weird.
It was weird. It was very weird. And no answers moving forward. I don't know if they're just keeping this feud at idle until after TakeOver for it to be sanity. I don't know if they just really have nothing, no plans. One thing I do like in this, the Ascension's getting used.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah, because they're funny.
Yeah, they're actually really funny.
That was really fun. I mean, it's always funny. I don't know much about Twin Peaks, so I imagine mostly all of that was reference to that. But I still thought it was funny. I thought it was a bit annoying when it was just a dream, and then it turned out that we literally got nothing at all this week.
Yeah.
At least at Battleground, it was nothing, but there was progression. This week, it was literally like, really, we just saw seconds of reality.
Actually, really, the Battleground really got no progression either. Like you said earlier, when we were watching it, you were like, this is 2 times straight, we've got nothing really.
Yeah.
You were like, I remember you saying they could have at least shown a boot or something,
yeah,
dragging him away.
No progression in showing who the people were, but there was progression in the storyline in the sense
as far as getting one of them getting kidnapped.
Yeah, they definitely did something rather than just.
I guess I'm getting
walking
like
around
leads and stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when they figure out who it's going to be. I guess.
Yeah,
that's
gonna be Jason Jordan.
That's the go-to.
Yep.
But that was it. It was a dream, and they were pouring syrup on wood and laughing demonically next to Fandango, who was dancing rhythmically, looking a bit drunken.
Yeah, in a sedated state.
What was he yelling repeatedly? Stop,
No more metaphors.
Yeah, no more metaphors. No more metaphors. It was pretty funny. I don't know, Tyler Breeze is hilarious. But that was that. And we moved on to Sami Zayn running out to the ring, looking like he was already in a match. And
really
Aiden English coming out to the ring, taking about Undertaker time to get to the ring, but singing a song on his way.
Man, it did take a long time.
I mean, hey,
his entrance is way longer than the match.
They yelled, they booed. You know, he did what he wanted, it worked how they wanted.
He's very similar. He's the SmackDown version of Elias.
Yeah, it's weird.
Right now. The guy's singing to get heat.
They just saw that was going over, and they figured they could get him over with it too, and it's working.
Yeah, as long as people don't think of that, I guess, about how similar they are.
I mean, he pinned Sami Zayn, a very legible wrestler, very fast, with that goofy hair. You think they make him have his hair like that? Like,
who?
English. Like, obviously his hair, they make him, like, cut his hair the way that it is in the back. You know, kind of like evil, vaudevillain-ish haircut looking.
Yeah.
But do you think that they make him shave, like, the top of his head?
I have no clue.
To make him look a bit bald?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because
I don't think so.
He doesn't necessarily look like he's bald there. It just kind of looks a little shaved. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell you.
I don't know. But it was wasn't a very good match because it wasn't a very long match. What they did was fine. I like to see English get a win. I have nothing against that. I don't like to see Sami lose. But seeing English win, it helps him, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
help builds his name a little bit.
Yeah, because not many people know who he is because they had to fire his damn partner. And now he's all on his own trying to pull his old gimmick, which kind of got him over, but didn't get him over as much as he was over with his tag team, which is the reason he got pushed up, you know? So really, if you think about it, like, I mean, yes, he was over with that gimmick in NXT in a heel way, but that's still not the gimmick which he got pushed up for, really.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's trying to get over it.
It could work.
Original work, essentially,
really,
it seems.
I mean, if they light a fire under him, it really could work.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good wrestler. He has a good look, a good build. He is original in many ways and could gain a following off of that. He's wearing pants. Everybody's trying to figure out what... On Battleground on the pre-show, he was wearing this like old-ass painting on his pants. They were cool. They were cool looking tights. Like, it was on both legs, and it was just an old painting that he said that he liked a lot.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's like art. Maybe if there's art geeks out there that like wrestling. I mean, I'm somewhat of an art geek, but not like a art, like not like a historical painting art geek. I'm not a painter at all. But either way, that's cool. English is cool. He's relatable to some people. But he won, and then
real quick.
Those two bastards came out.
Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis. They came out. They
made me
said
uncomfortable.
about a line, and that was it.
Made me real uncomfortable.
Why?
Every time they come out, I just feel uncomfortable. I can't handle that. Public intoxication. I'm just kidding. PDA. I'm just kidding. But I wanted to keep it up, but I was like, I can't look that weird.
Too late.
Yeah.
That weird.
It was almost as pointless as when the Usos came out, to be honest with you. It was just the second time in a row that happened. That's what I thought of immediately. That they freaking walked out and then just walked back to the back. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, but I guess they're still getting over the fact that Sammy and Mike Kanellis don't like each other. Sammy's in the ring sitting there laughing, though, so I mean, how personal does a feud seem when a guy's just lost a match? They should have just had Kanellis' music hit and make the distraction cause Sammy lose. Sammy just lost in like 30 seconds.
I just don't understand.
If they were going to have him come out, you might as well have had him just come out, cause a distraction, and let AJ. That wouldn't be unheard of.
I just don't really get the point in doing that. I mean, especially if English isn't even... It doesn't even seem like it's storyline related.
I mean, Sammy lasted 10 minutes with fucking strength. Good last 30 seconds with fucking...
God, he looked like such a bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had Naomi... I'm just kidding. Oh, no, but really, we had the ladies' match next. And it was comprised of 4 young women. I don't really know how young they are. Naomi and Becky Lynch and Carmella and Natalya.
Yep.
Those 4 going against each other. And it was alright. It wasn't bad. It was not bad. They always make Naomi look so strong. But she, I mean, it's not like she does bad.
I mean, that's what they want.
Yeah.
The fact that you think that is exactly what they want. They always make her look strong. I mean, she's had a pretty nice little reign here. To be honest, she's been champ since... she's been champ since WrestleMania and hasn't really defeated anyone since except for Lana.
I just hate her
now
character.
I think about it. Who else has she beat? Who else has she had singles bouts against?
Charlotte. Didn't she fight Charlotte once?
They had the committee interfere.
Oh, I don't know.
Other than Lana, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but
I just cannot get into her character. It's so corny. Her, I hate her damn. I just don't like her. What's the word? Promos. None of it. Her character is awful.
Yeah, it's really not that good.
Her character is bright up shoes or light up shoes, a thing that's been around for a long time, and she just covered her body in the material.
Kids like her though.
Yeah, because she glows in the dark.
Kids like bright colors.
Yeah, I bet a sparrow would like her too. Ooh, I don't know. The bird likes shiny things.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if you had a little fact there about sparrows or not.
Well, it's not necessarily, I'm not going to say it's a fact, but I'd say sparrows like shiny things. Who doesn't? I give a sparrow a piece of gold. He doesn't take it. He's an idiot. Naomi got over again, won with the submission victory over Carmella. She got the old champion got over on the Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah, and that's going to set up for a match next week between Carmella and Naomi.
Yeah.
They announced that. So,
did they? I didn't hear that, so I'm glad you said that.
Yep, they've announced that for next week.
Natalya being
not
weird.
Not very big, as far as the matches that they promoted a week in advance last night, not a very big SmackDown setup for next week.
I remember them saying that now, because I remember you saying that after they said that match was going to happen.
Because, I mean, last night they promoted Styles and Owens and Shinsuke and Cena, and all we're getting next week is a non-title women's match. As far as a week in advance. Same thing for Raw. They've done a good job promoting Raw for next week, but for the next week as of late. But now, it doesn't seem like they have anything planned for next week either. They need to have Brock have a match on Raw. That'd be crazy. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Raw, apparently Bayley has an injured shoulder and could be missing SummerSlam.
Yeah, I was going to write that down.
I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully, it's maybe if it's an injury that she gets better in like 2 weeks and could still be in SummerSlam.
I saw
this could be a storyline to where it's like they have a new number one contenders match that Sasha wins, and then all of a sudden Bayley's back, so they're gonna have a triple threat.
I saw that the headline that WWE super or women's superstar was hurt, and since SmackDown was the most recent show, I thought it was Becky Lynch because. During this match that we're talking about right now, Becky Lynch was hobbling around. She was selling well. And I was kind of like, wow, she looks a little hurt.
Yeah.
But she wasn't, from what I can tell at this point.
Thank goodness. That would eliminate all options of a Chris Cyborg match, which that's not going to happen, it seems. Too little time for there to be deals cut on that, I feel like. I was trying to see if there's any other news on here, but I keep finding my nephew's stuff about fucking Shane Dawson.
Yeah, it's a slow news day. I was looking right beforehand. There's pretty much nothing. I mean, everybody's focused on SmackDown. I mean, we got good news coming up at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But Naomi won that one. Submission. And,
next, Jinder cut a promo with the Singh brothers back with him by his side, and Jinder throughout this promo, I counted. I had to go back and look at it and watch it through.
14.
Glanced at his title 14 times. Now I get that you're putting over the fact that you really, you admire the fact that you're champion. You're excited that you have it, and you can't believe it. But 14 times that you glance at the title. Oh my gosh!
Well, I think you may not have noticed. That I noticed is that title is very shiny, correct?
Yeah, just better looking than what
Jinder
it was with Orton.
Is in love with his eyes. He's a mark for himself. He just was looking at his eyes over and over. And what you didn't see was one of the Singh brothers. He had his hand in Jinder's pocket, playing a little pocket pull for him while he was looking at himself in his title. See, it's not gay if you're looking at yourself. I don't know how I got to that. But really, he did look at his title over and over. And I was like, is there something written down there? But no, he was just looking at the title.
Just would keep glancing over.
Wasn't a bad... to be honest with you, I don't know if it was a good promo or not. Because I'm just looking at the dude, counting how many times he looks at the title. Because I didn't really watch it the first time. And then the second time, Charles was so enamored by how many times it happened. Which I feel you, because 14's a lot. That I was just focusing on that. But, I mean, he talked.
Typical promo. The Maharaja. He doesn't care who he's going to fight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I remember now.
It don't matter. But he's going to his own personal skybox to watch the main event with the Singh brothers. And the next match...
Finish it off,
What?
Up in the skybox, where no one's around.
Oh.
Find a big old mirror for Jinder to look in. Alright, and up next we had... Old Rusev went up against Lil Gable! It sounded like I was going to say something else.
Alright, Rusev went against Chad Gable.
Yeah.
For those of you who your speaker cut out or something, whatever happened. Very good match. I wish there wouldn't have been a commercial break. I wish this would have been on pay-per-view so I could have seen the whole thing.
I wish that they
Very
wouldn't
good
have
match.
kicked Chad Gable under the rug directly after the match ended.
Well, see, okay, you're talking about that. And
No,
the
the match
only
was
fact
really
that's
good,
gonna
yes.
the only thing that's going to push him under the rug is people saying that they pushed him under the rug.
Yeah.
Because he had an incredible outing, and all you said was that they pushed him under the rug.
True.
And people like me are talking about how many Kurt Angle moves he fucking did.
Yeah.
My gosh. The moonsault, multiple suplexes, ankle lock. There's maybe making too many similarities there, to be honest. But everything he does so well, does so crisp. Rusev was selling so great for him, flying around, flopping around like Rusev does. Rusev's one of the best sellers in WWE. Chad Gable truly showed why he's an Olympian. He was doing the Roman Greco stuff right from the start, taking Rusev down to the ground. Rusev did the guy a lot of favors. Made him look real good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looked as though Rusev was. It looked as though they were actually wrestling as well. It looked as though they were actually trying to make it look a bit more realistic in the beginning. It looked like it was a bit hard for old Gable to take him down, and then he had to threw his knee into the back of Rusev's knee. He kind of went for a scissors, for like a scissor takedown, and then had to crawl up his back essentially, take him down, but got him down, and it looked strong. It just looked real. Looked like real Olympic wrestling. Which
a lot of impressive feats of strength by Gable in this match.
Yeah, because Rusev's a big guy.
Yeah.
And Gable's not the biggest guy there.
And he's just lifting him up and shit. So I was impressed by that. I really was. I think that did more for Gable than anything that has done for Jordan on Raw so far.
You'd have to imagine that him being an Olympic wrestler, he probably has some of the strongest forearms in the whole WWE. Maybe not like the whole body, but when you're doing Greco-Roman amateur-style wrestling, it's like all forearm workouts. So,
Exactly.
I mean, he could literally have the strongest grip in the WWE. You would assume, or else why didn't those guys go to the Olympics? But at the same time, just because you're in the Olympics doesn't mean some people just choose not to go that route, but still can be that good. You know what I mean? That. Yes, that makes him look very, very good, but it's not as though that makes him concrete better than everyone else. But he seems to be.
Exactly.
Dude works very well. Transition-wise, it seems like it's not hard for that type of person to transition. We saw how well Kurt did it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Out of the Olympics, and Gable's just he kept taking him down, going for single legs and whatnot, and then Rusev kneed him in the face once. And it looked like it hurt, but Gable just fucking did it so well. Took the move so well. And that spurred up in my mind, God, it's crazy how good he is at, the professional side of it as well, so fast.
Yeah, that's your point. But, as to, coming back to your point that you made in the beginning, I do wish after the match, when Rusev cut that promo about, I came back and requested competition, and he gave me Cena. Now I'm looking forward. It's you really could have said I don't know. He could have said Gable was good competition, but he wants more. He just didn't even bring Gable up. So I do see your point there, but
yeah, I feel you had a good point too. You don't have to put someone down just to put someone up. That's a thing in life. In wrestling, it's not really a thing. So I just immediately look at. Because that is, like you said, not only am I bringing that up, but that's what everyone's going to bring up. Because I love your attitude, Charles, and I like to have that attitude as well. But that's not the wrestling smart attitude, That's not. The wrestling smart attitude is, I wish they wouldn't have fucked over Gable at the end of that match,
Push Cesaro.
Yeah, that's just... But I really do like that outlook. I wish that more people would have that outlook, but that's just, that's how my mind is wired. And I'm glad that you would tell me not to think that way, because I don't like to think that way. I have a very creative mind. I like to think expressively, and I like to think loosely. And I do, everybody slips into that, what Meltzer said, what Cornette said, what someone else with a higher power said. That's not necessary.
Yeah, but there is both ways, because losses should matter. So there is that. If everyone said, "Oh well, he performed well in that match," and then the loss, I don't know.
But
so I guess you could see both sides. But Chad Gable, gosh, was such a phenomenal,
fantastic match, and he's getting TV time. They're not screwing him over. He could have been dropped straight off TV.
He's not like Dillinger. He's not like Dillinger, Harper, all these guys that weren't on there last night.
And it's sad that Dillinger's not on there because I love Dillinger and Harper. Something's coming for Harper. We're watching your Twitter, buddy.
It could be. Oh my god!
But
he could be the one attacking Breezango.
It is nice to
choosing to go that route.
I hope not, but it is nice to see that he's not going. I think more of Simon Gotch. Like one person's going one route, because Jordan's just gone, and they could have just got rid of Gable essentially. Yeah, but he's just such a good wrestler that'd be so dumb. But then Rusev, after he beat Gable,
that's another tag team that got split that no one talked about. Really, the fact that Simon Gotch just got released. So
yeah, they were a good team.
Yep,
I like their style a good amount. I like Simon Gotch's style. I mean, everybody. I heard a couple times that he was a dick. I heard him argue that he wasn't a dick, but you don't know. Everybody's a dick at times. It just depends on who you are to that person. If I'm Simon Gotch's brother, probably he's not a dick, It's just all person by person. But they could have been pretty good. But we're spending too much time on this. Randy Orton is who came out whenever Rusev was saying that he needed more fight. More, maybe like a little snaky person.
It makes sense. I really didn't think of Orton when this was happening, but
I thought he was on vacation.
SummerSlam's around the corner.
I know, but still, I mean, it's Randy Orton. Just my immediate thought was he doesn't care about SummerSlam. How many SummerSlams has this guy done? And he just had a long stint of two very long feuds, one after the other. So he was out of my mind as well. I didn't, but as you're saying, great choice, really.
I did like this whole segment because, Rusev started a new feud. It got out of my mind that Rusev was going to interfere in the main event. So I'm glad that didn't happen because I wanted it to clean main event.
And it's a new feud.
And I already thought Baron Corbin was going to get involved in the main event. So that was already one thing looming over this whole match. Or the Singh brothers.
Oh, man.
So there was
I bet you anything. No, they're not going to. I was going to say Shinsuke wins, Corbin takes the title. But that's not going to happen because Shinsuke and Corbin just feuded, and nobody wants to watch Shinsuke and Corbin feud again.
Could very likely happen.
God, I don't want to see that happen again.
Wasn't
not
on
so
TV.
Soon.
That's another guy not on TV, so I mean, they're just trying to keep him out of sight, out of mind until he cashes in.
I like the Randy stuff.
SummerSlam could be the time, or the Tuesday after SummerSlam could be the time.
Yeah. We haven't seen Orton go up against Rusev, have we? One-on-one?
I don't believe so. I've seen him fight in a six-man, but I don't think I've seen the one-on-one.
Yeah, because I feel like...
Unless it's happened on a random Raw and it just didn't stick in my mind.
Randy was heel back a while back. Not too long ago.
Authority. When he was doing the
Rusev, thing. And Rusev was just heel too, so they didn't really fight. And now they're going to fight. And although no story to it, at all, who cares? These guys, neither of them have a match. They're both impressive guys. It'll be a good match.
That's really pretty much the premise of it. Just neither of them have a match.
Nope.
Because, there's no story ties there. I guess Orton's kind of on this whole American kick. It's weird. He's coming off... He was trying to get over the fact that he was American.
It's Trump.
Even though he's, was dishonorably...
Oh, come on now, Charles.
No, really. You can't say you're that big of an American when you were dishonorably discharged. I don't care. I don't give a damn. But a lot of people would think that way.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, who cares about that? Oh.
But we got 10 minutes left. Let's talk the shit out of this main event.
All right, Shinsuke versus Cena. Fucking great match.
Very good match. If you missed it, find a way to watch it. It's not too hard to find, at least highlights.
Yep.
It's a match of the Not like, I mean, they'll probably have more matches, you know, but that was really good.
I really thought it would have a bullshit finish, and it didn't, so that was crazy as hell.
Shocking. I thought Cena was going to go over after that second AA.
It really seemed like he was going to. He picked him up, and then didn't hit it.
Shocking.
But, there was good selling in the match. Nakamura got a lot of offense in and then still won. And that makes sense, If Cena beats up somebody the whole time and then fucking loses, that really doesn't help Cena. That doesn't help at this point in his career. Cena doesn't need to get in his offense to look badass. Cena can get beat up and then he just couldn't keep up. Like at the end of the match, after Nakamura won and Cena raises his hand, he's showing hey, couldn't hang with this guy.
I mean,
Cena's at that good point in his career where that probably did get Nakamura over quite a bit.
What are you going to do when somebody drops you right on your head anyway?
Man, he dropped him right on there. I don't know what that was. Lack of communication. I don't know if Cena just didn't know what he was going for.
Yeah, I mean,
Cena's not watched his matches before.
But it seems as though it was Shinsuke's, or at least mainly Shinsuke's fault for the fact that Shinsuke apologized at the end, and John said, "Don't worry about it," which is news. I guess.
Yeah, you say it's either of their fault.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
Either way, it's the good thing for Shinsuke to apologize. Cena's the golden boy in the company. I would have apologized.
Yeah.
I'm sure Seth was fucking very apologetic when he broke Cena's nose.
Yeah.
But, you gotta lay it in. You gotta lay shit in.
That
being said, breaking someone's nose with a knee is a lot different than dropping someone on their head and breaking their neck. Because, you can't paralyze someone with a broken nose.
But it was great how
you could kill someone with a broken nose. So
you could if you shot their cartilage up into their brain.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he fucking dropped him on his head, and that Shinsuke knew that something didn't go right there. But still, the motherfucker runs over the corner, flailing around like he knows this win's coming. He didn't stop.
Well, wrestling's not fake. Especially not to them. These two guys take the business seriously.
God, that match was good. They got all their spots in. Shinsuke was at his top. This is a match this man has been looking forward to his whole career. It's hard. It's like a man, how do you shot for this guy? You know what I mean? And then you finally give him something that he's wanted for fucking decades at this point.
What do you do with Cena at SummerSlam now?
I guess put him on Raw. I said he doesn't need to be on it, but then you said that was crazy, and then I said you're right. So I don't know who would he fight on Raw though.
You're saying the second biggest pay-per-view is coming around.
Yeah, you're right.
Send Orton and Cena packing.
He's on the poster. Orton, I just don't think that it matters if Orton's there. But Cena, yes. Who would he fight on Raw?
Okay, I know. When you talk to any 35-year-old wrestling fan, Orton's their guy. I know how that's weird as fuck.
It's because he's like a football
It's like they
player,
feel like they shouldn't
player.
say. It's like when a comic book fan, when the not really a fan says they like Superman, and then the people who feel like they're a fan but they're still not too much into it say they like Batman. Orton's the Batman there. Orton's like the second top guy that people think it's not bandwagon to like, but he's still well known enough to where they like. I don't know. And it's like he's a gray character.
Either way. Who do you think Cena would fight? Shinsuke won, and he's number one contender fighting. So we know Shinsuke is going to fight for the title against Jinder at SummerSlam. But who would Cena fight that's on Raw? Wyatt has a match. Joe has a match. Those are the two people we know that he's fighting on the Raw side.
That is true.
I mean,
man.
Kurt Angle? No.
Can't have that.
We have 2 weeks. 2 shows left, right?
Yeah,
2 shows left to set something up for Cena. He could be there next Monday, and then start something, and then the next Monday have it continue, and then SummerSlam. So really, but who?
I mean, it seems like a bit definitely an option is Baron Corbin on SmackDown. I know that's not really too premier of a name, but Baron Corbin.
Why not? You're right. Give the kid John Cena.
Yeah.
Give the kid who's about to be your champion, John Cena. Let's see how he handles that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Because it's just it would be like it's not the main feud on SmackDown, so you can see how he hangs with Cena.
We've seen him fight before, and I remember, I think Corbin was on Talk Is Jericho talking about, I definitely heard him somewhere talking about how much he enjoyed the match. and how great it was to fight with Cena, how good he is in the ring and whatnot. And same thing everybody says about John Cena in the ring, you know?
Yeah.
But he said, like, helped him fight more comfortably and whatnot. And I remember the match, and it was a good match. They main evented SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Good match?
I believe so. Unless I'm just mistaken. But I believe that happened. You know, another guy.
Yeah.
If you don't put him on Raw, another guy you can give him on SmackDown is Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
Corbin's fresher, definitely, of a feud with Cena.
There's nothing for Dolph right now, oddly. I love Dolph, but...
I mean, yeah, I feel you.
But who on Raw? Just pick somebody. There has to be somebody.
Man, I can't really... I mean, I thought that he was going to go into a feud with The Miz for weeks and weeks.
How about this?
But that's not going to happen.
How about this? You got John Cena. He's just on Raw, just talking about how he's John Cena, and he needs a match for SummerSlam, and SmackDown roster's all full, so he's come over to Raw. And then all of a sudden, a song that you're very unfamiliar with hits, and nobody's excited at all. And a man that's 7 foot tall walks out, and it's Big Cass. And it's funny because you don't recognize the song, even though it is a song he already has. That'd be cool. Or if, like, Big Cass was talking shit to Enzo, and they're talking about how, like, Big Show isn't there. Big Show's not here tonight! How's Enzo gonna make it through the night? You know? John Cena shows up, helps Enzo.
That could happen. I mean,
because we're talking about helping a young guy. Big Cass needs some help.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make a pick. You know what I mean? I'm sure.
Definitely not a bad one.
I assume Big Show versus Big Cass at SummerSlam pre-show.
It would seem that way because
if it's pre-show,
Enzo got involved. Oh, I completely wouldn't doubt it.
Which is crazy. It was just main event. It was just the main event.
Came on after the SummerSlam main event, pretty much.
It was just the main event, and it might be on the pre-show. Oh man. Which one of those guys shit in a bag and put it on Vince McMahon's doorstep and rang the bell, you know?
The first one.
Oh.
I can't remember who.
Enzo.
Enzo. So that's how little it's done.
Enzo Cass, the Big Show. But, I don't know. That's pretty much it. There's no extra news today.
You could have him fight Bobby Roode. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
I was thinking of NXT.
Close the NXT title. And then have Cena go to NXT because you know how they're doing that shake-up and sending people down. My God, how crazy would that be if Cena went to NXT?
Oh, yeah. Because everybody's talking about how lesser stars could go there if John Cena went there. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't even think... I mean, yeah, there'd be that aspect of this is cool, but that'd be stupid. But there's really nothing else to talk about, Charles. I think we might as well go ahead and cap it off here. Tell the fine folks where else they can find us other than here on wherever they found us.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I guess that's it. What else is there?
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
iHeartRadio?
Yes, and thank you Spreaker, because that's who we're broadcasting through, and you can listen to us live. If you go to our Instagram, we always post, or I always attempt to post that we're about to do it on one of our social media sites. So you find Marks versus Smarks somewhere, and you follow us, and you'll find out when this beautiful show is coming out. And Charles, did you have fun today?
Oh, yeah. It was a good morning. Definitely a good night of wrestling. I mean, good Lord.
Hell yeah. And we're hoping for a good NXT. And
it should be. One could only hope, though.
No.
You got any plans for the day?
No.
You're probably about to go to sleep, aren't you?
Yep.
We might be a little late tomorrow. We got some plans, but we're usually a little late. But we'll get to you as soon as possible. We appreciate you listening. Tell your friends, tell your foes all about us so everyone knows. You catch that? Those rhymed. It's a great morning to be a wrestling fan.
Yep.
If you didn't catch SmackDown, we've spoiled it for you. And you need to go check it out, though. But I've been Charles X, and the slew will now send you home.
All right. Good morning.